ask no longer, because today I'll be teaching you guys about slopes. 4 different kinds of slopes. First off, we'll quickly review the equation of the slopes, which is basically y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And we can also think of this equation as rise over run.
Higher up in the stairs is because the stairs has this positive slope, and a positive slope is a line which rises from left to right, as you can see right here. And a positive slope has a slope that is greater than 0. And if we get rid of this, if we have a point on 6, 0, and 0 and negative 2, if we find the slope of that equation, we will get 1 over 3. And 1 over 3 is greater than 0, thus which makes it a positive slope.
So why is it easier to go downstairs than upstairs?
Good question, Stephen. Since going downstairs would give us a negative slope, and a negative slope is a line which falls from left to right. And a negative slope also has a slope which is less than 0. And if we were to look at an example, we have negative 7 and 2 and 2, 0, negative 2, 0. And if we were to find the slope for these 2 points, we would get a negative number. And since this slope is negative, this would be a negative slope. And since a negative slope would fall from left to right, it would be easier for us to go downstairs, since it falls downward, which requires less energy for us than going upstairs, which would be that.
Then what would the slope be on a flat ground?
Good question, Chau. Since the floor is flat, the floor would have a horizontal slope, or also known as a zero slope, such as this picture right here. So if we were to have a point at 0, 1 and 8, 1, and find the slope, we will get 0, since this is a zero slope, and which makes this horizontal, which could be, since we walk horizontally on the ground, we could, picture us walking on a zero slope. And lastly, we have an undefined slope, and this slope is basically looks vertical on this graph. And if we were to have a points on 2, 4 and 2, 0, and find the slope of these two lines, it would be undefined, since the slope will give us 4 over 0, and since we're not allowed to have a 0 on the denominator of the fraction, it's impossible for us to figure out the slope of this line.
Thank you, sir. We learned so much.
Yes, I learned so much. Got a math.
You're welcome, guys. Hope you guys continue to strive for your math knowledge.